So yeah, as I was saying, this is cabin number 6213. I thought I'd give you an insider's look. As I said, it's a interior, standard interior cabin, 6V, so it's the smallest sort of interior you can have. So as you can see, there's hooks on there for my, bag, etc. You've got a relatively not too bad wardrobe. It's big enough for two, definitely, with a bit of shelving in between. When you go from the UK, you always get a tea tray, which they change every day, and add more milk and as and when you want. It's got a nice vanity mirror. It's got plenty of storage that you can see. It has more storage over here. It has a flat screen telly. Plenty of shelving space. It's also got quite a big bed. It's a queen size bed, so it's ample space for most couples. Most of the time I travel on my own, so it is absolutely massive. I spend half the time not being able to reach the lights in the morning, particularly as there's no window, so it's pitch black. I can't actually see a thing when I wake up, but that is another story. You just have to have a bit of a feel around for the switches. There's also a nice sofa, which you can obviously sit and relax. It's got a nice curtain that goes across that you can use for obviously making it a bit more private if you want that, or if sometimes people have an extra bed in here, a sofa bed, so at least you can cut the room in two, so that's quite nice and quite useful. Also, all the walls are magnetic, which is quite interesting. So you can hang your magnetic bulldog clips. They're quite useful, and your notepads, just to keep everything a bit tidy. So there isn't so much stuff on the side. I mean, everything in this room is hidden, so I think the cabin boy quite likes it because there isn't stuff all over the place. So he can soon get around with a vacuum. It doesn't take him long to change the room. And finally, then you've got a little ensuite bathroom, which isn't anything particularly fancy, but it's certainly practical. A nice sink, plenty of towels. You can always request more towels if necessary. If you want extra, that isn't a problem. A rack there for extra stuff, and then you have a nice little shower, which isn't overly big. You have to watch if you are larger than average. You might hit your bum on it possibly when you close the doors, but it's perfectly practical and it does the job. They also provide shampoo and conditioner for your hair, but I always prefer to bring my own because we all tend to stick to the same thing. But when you increase your status and you work up to diamond level and above, you tend to get better toiletries, and then even further when you're up to, I think it's 340 Crown and Anchor points, they give you Elemis ones, so that's something to certainly work towards. Yes, so that is it really. Cabin number 6123, an interior 6V cabin, and yeah, so thank you for watching. Hit subscribe, follow, and yes, certainly follow Tom Voyage 1, which is my Instagram blog, which shows a lot more information about cruising, which I've done over the last few years, and it gives you an insight into really what goes on that you don't get to see, especially if you've never actually cruised before. Thank you, bye bye.